Hi, my name is Isabel, and I was born of an affair. yes, yes, I was. It's really shocking for me to say it out loud because I've just had a few weeks to digest this information. I've just had a few weeks to digest it. But very quickly, because I don't want to waste anyone's time, because these are just 10-minute videos. My mother was a married woman. She had 3 kids under the age of 5. She already had 3 babies under the age of 5. She was married to my dad, the man I will call my dad till the day I die, because he's the only dad I knew. Okay. She was married to my dad, someone she'd known all her life. She knew him her entire life. My dad, the man who raised me, actually went to see my mother the 3 days after she was born at her house because he was besties with my uncle. Okay, so this was a very strong marriage. Just to show you how strong this marriage was. My dad was also 10 years older than my mother, right? And I thought they had the best marriage ever. I did. I truly did. Okay. We were 7 altogether. My parents had 7 children. I was the middle child. Number 4. I am the middle child. Number 4. Right? So you wouldn't think that a child of an affair would be number 4, right? My cousin said that to me. She said, if you were the first child or the last child, that would have made sense. But you're the middle child and you're the child of an affair. That's crazy. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said, that's crazy. And I said, yeah. It's crazy. But then she also said something amazing. She said, you are a victim in this whole situation. Your biological dad and your mom and your dad, the one who raised you, were not victims. You became the victim because they had to get back together, seal their marriage again, do everything from scratch, and then proceed to have 3 more children. They had to be a victim, and the victim was me. Obviously, because I was given away at birth. See, when I asked my mother, why did you give me away at birth and not the other 6? She says, well, a long time ago, it was natural that one child had to be sacrificed. Once again, my mother and truth, not best friends. That's why she ended up in the situation that she ended up in. So my mother was cheating on my dad, probably their whole marriage. He wasn't a saint either, okay? Probably their whole marriage, right? And she met my biological father, who happened, let me tell you, the man who raised me was a wealthy motherfucker. Okay, the man who raised me used to keep 11 million pounds under his bed. Okay, but my mother met my dad, my biological father, and he had more money, he had more ambition, more drive, more oomph, and she decided, I'm gonna jump ship. She decided. He didn't decide that, because from all intents and purposes, he was also married. So 2 married people, because I have a half sister who is 8 years older than me on my dad's side. I just discovered her. Okay, I just discovered her. So anyway, he was also married, right? 2 married people had an affair and they created a child, me. My mom thought that my biological dad would take responsibility for her and I. She was ready to leave her husband, jump ship to this other man. And he could have, because African men are all about polygamy, but he disappeared on her. The story from his side, which I am getting secondhand, was, I realized that he didn't like her personality. He liked her body, he liked her face, he didn't like her personality. So he said deuces and he disappeared. And so the rage, the anger, the bitterness my mother had towards her, towards my biological dad, she heaped it all on me and she became my torturer. So I'm a product of an affair. And now that I know that I'm the biggest secret that ever lived, I understand my life more. I don't accept it. I don't accept my life, but I understand why things happened to me the way they did. Why I was in foster care the African way until I was 7 years of age. Why my mother used to brutalize me and abuse me. Why my dad was so cold towards me. Why I tried so hard to gain their love, and why I always wanted to overachieve and over excel in order to make them love me. This series, this thing is not going to be about how I'm a fucking victim. Okay, I am not a victim, and you are not a victim either. You were just put into this world by God without parents. Okay? You're not a victim. And I am not a victim. Okay? You were put into this world by God without parents. You could have been left on a railroad track like my former friend. You could have been left as a baby in a bassinet on a railroad track. You're not a victim. You could have been thrown in the trash. Really thrown in the trash. You're not a victim. You could have gone through so many foster parents like I did. You could have gone through so many foster parents. You are not a victim. This is not where we are going to sit as children born without parents and hold each other's hands and trauma bond hell to the motherfucking no. We're not going to do that. I'm not going to cry anymore. I'm done crying. I've been crying since I became a sentient being, and I'm done crying. I'm done. Instead, I'm going to rejoice in the decisions that I made that turned out very well for me, because you and me, we don't have anyone. We are on our own. Today, tomorrow, always. We are on our own. We do not have a safety net. We do not have someone to catch us when we fall. We do not have anyone to do anything for us. Okay, we don't. Last year, a young lady thought I had become the bank. Whenever she needed a loan, whenever her sister needed a loan, whenever she rushed to me to ask me, can I have $100? Can I have this? Can I have that? And I said, wait a minute. You do know that I don't have anyone to run to. Okay? If I need money, I don't have anyone. I can beg and beg till I'm green in the face. No one is going to loan me money, even when they have it. I know this from experience. I have begged and walked away with nothing except humiliation. I have lived on the streets of California in the United States. I moved to Canada with one suitcase, a little 5-year-old boy living with autism, and nothing else. We don't have safety nets because we don't have parents. We don't have siblings who reach out to help us when we are in need. We're walking alone. We are fucking walking this path alone. And I am going to share with you what I did right, to the point that in this little province, I get a call from my bank. My banker, so fucking excited. I'm your banker. And I'm like, I don't have a banker. I don't have that kind of money to have a banker. Oh, but you do. Yes, you do. Okay. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, yes, you do. In this province, you do. I'm your personal banker. You don't even have to go and stand in line. If you need anything, just give me a call. Here's me. I'm like, what the fuck? What has the world become? This little unwanted girl. She made some good choices. She may be miserable. She may be weeping because I know deep down I was meant to be a trillionaire. Yes, I know deep down I was meant to be a trillionaire. Had I had people in my corner, had I had people who cared and who loved me, I was meant to be a great, great trillionaire. I didn't though, bitches. I didn't. But it's okay. I have a personal banker now. Okay. Like Kim Kardashian. Okay. It's okay. And that is what I'm going to be teaching you and talking to you and advising you about in this series. In this series, I shall be your mama. In this series, I shall tell you what I did right and what I did wrong. I shall tell you always that you have to stand on your own 2 feet. You haven't got anyone. You are your own matriarch. You are your own patriarch. You set your own values. You set your own rules. You set your own traditions, which if you are lucky, I am not, but if you are lucky, you are very, very lucky, you will be able to pass on to your grandchildren. You are the beginning. You're it. And take pride in that, take joy in that, and always know you can do it. Yes, you can. We shall do readings on those who have done it. Major stars who parented themselves, who had no one to hold them up or to celebrate anything. Yeah, you can do it. We're not trauma bonding over here. No, we're not. We're done with that. We're done with that. Now we are looking at the advantages. The advantages of being an orphan. In any way you came into the world. We're going to celebrate those advantages. We're going to understand that it's about nature, not nurture. Nature, Nature, trumps nurturing all the time, 110%. Okay. Kisses.